My name is Shani Ahmed. Welcome to my channel. So I haven't posted on here in a while, but as you guys can probably tell by the title of this video, I am going to be sharing with y'all how I graduated at 15 years old. So before I start this video, I just want to preface it with a few different things. First of all, I'm not sure how relevant this video is going to be if you don't live in California. There are a lot of options if you do your own research, and there are places where you can ask questions about this specifically, and people can probably help you later in this video, so do stick around. But if you are in California, then this video is specifically for you. Second of all, I'm not smart. Like, I'm not a genius or anything like that. I did pretty average in school. I live in a very competitive area, so I was nothing compared to some of my classmates. I was not smart. I did not do 4 years of high school in 2 years. That's not what this is. This is simply a shortcut if you are looking for that path. And third of all, this path is not for everyone. If you don't want to do this, then don't do it. So yeah, those are just my disclaimers. But yeah, let's just get on to the video. So basically, I'm gonna try to not talk too much, but it's gonna be really hard. But what I did was I took the CHSPE, which is called the California High School Proficiency Exam. Okay, so the California High School Proficiency Exam, if you pass it, you will receive a certificate of proficiency, which is equivalent to a high school diploma. It is illegal for a workplace or a college to not consider this a high school diploma in the state of California. I'm not really sure about other states, but I do believe it's the same thing. If you are not in California, I would recommend literally just contact your state board of education, whatever thing, and they'll help you. They're pretty nice about it. They're pretty chill. California High School Proficiency Exam. This exam is right here. I have a book here. This is the only book that you'll need while you're preparing. This book comes with 2 practice tests. Maybe just take them over a few times. But yeah, it's the Barron's. I will link it down below. It's from Amazon. It's less than 20 bucks. This book is going to help you so much. It's one of the only CHSPE books out there, so honestly, you don't have that many options, but I do really recommend this one. What's on the exam? So the California High School Proficiency Exam, or the CHSPE, it is basically everything that you've learned up to sophomore year. So you can only take it with 16, or you have to be in your 2nd semester of sophomore year. So if you turn 16, you can, before sophomore year, for example, if you turn 16 in September of your sophomore year, that means you can take the CHSPE in October, even if you are in your 1st semester of sophomore year. But if you're not 16 like me, I'm still 15. My birthday's in July. I turned 16 right before my junior year. So I had to wait until my 2nd semester of sophomore year to take it. So I took it in, I think it was March or April. It was really weird because of COVID. But normally they hold it March, they hold it October, and they sometimes hold a summer session in June. You can also take this your junior year. It doesn't really matter, but I would recommend taking it sophomore year. What I've heard, school officials are very mixed on this. Personally, for me, my counselor was so supportive about this. She was like, I'm so proud of you. She was even asking for information about another student who was interested in taking the test, and she was very supportive and everything like that. She asked how it went. She still asks me to keep her updated with how I do in community college. But I've heard that other schools, their counselors will do everything in their power to stop you from taking the test. I think it has something to do with money and quotas that schools have to fill, but whatever. Sign up for this test. Sorry, I forgot to say that. You can sign up for the test at chspe.org. I will link it down below. So it is everything that you have learned up until sophomore year. So up until, I believe, Algebra 1. There's a little bit of geometry in it, but it's kind of basic knowledge. But you will want to brush up on it. It's not going to be common sense. For reading in English, pretty easy, I would say. Just use a study book and you'll be fine. If you get C's, B's, and A's, you'll be fine. You don't have to show your work or anything. It's all multiple choice, and there's one essay you have to write. It's a very basic essay. The prompt will be do you believe that high schoolers should have a curfew? And then you just respond to that. Then there is a language arts section, which was kind of hard. There was the reading section, and then there was the math section. So that's like 4-ish sections. The test in the morning started at like 7:30 a.m. It was so bright and early, but you get about 3.5 hours. I completed it within, I think, about like 2 hours, a little over that. A lot of people did it. It honestly just depends. I've always been a very fast test taker, even if I didn't really do that well on the test. When you get your results, that kind of depends on, because of COVID, our results were delayed, but you will either get a pass or no pass, and then I don't think you get a score. And then sometimes if you don't pass the whole thing, you only pass one section, then you don't have to redo the whole test. You can just retake that one section. I believe the fees are between $100 to $200. They do have fee waivers though if you are from a low-income household. Now here is the very important part. There is a Discord server for people who are taking the CHSPE. I will link the server down below. I had never used a Discord server before this, but they are some of the most helpful people that you can ever find, okay? There's a lot of people who are going to take the CHSPE with you. There's a lot of people, including myself, who are on it, who have already taken the CHSPE. A lot of people who have taken the CHSPE, gone to community college for like a year or two, and they can help you with that process too. The second part of how I graduated at 15. So after you take the CHSPE, you unfortunately cannot go to regular college because each college has a certain amount of requirements to meet. So usually your school's graduation requirements, for example, 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 2 years of science, 1 year of a foreign language, whatever your school's graduation requirements usually fulfill the graduation requirements for either a UC or some other private schools. They're very similar. But you obviously haven't taken 4 years of English when you're a sophomore. So that means your only option is unfortunately to go to community college. However, you can do your own research on community college, but I've always known that community college was an amazing option just because I have so many friends who have done this pathway. They've done 2 years at a community college and then transferred over to a university, and they've gone to top universities because it is quite easier to get into. And financially, it's such a good option. College was always a good option for me. And actually, the main reason why I didn't want to do community college was that I didn't want to stay in Pleasanton. That's where I live, Pleasanton, California. I wanted to stay in Pleasanton for 2 years after all my friends had left for like college and university. So this pathway was amazing for me because I could do those 2 years of community college while my friends were completing their junior and senior years. And then I would transfer over to university the same time that they would be entering their freshman year. This way, you also do get to shave off 2 years. So when you graduate university, you are going to be graduating university a lot quicker than your friends of your age. I'm very career-oriented, so that was totally fine with this. You cannot enroll at a community college unless, 1, you have a high school diploma, or 2, you are above 18. So now that you have your equivalency to a high school diploma, you just go and sign up for your classes, and that Discord server will help you with what kind of classes you're looking for. They're very helpful. But yeah, there's a lot of resources on the internet on how to be a transfer student at a community college. California community colleges get a lot of privileges, including being preferred transfer applicants for really good UCs, including UC Berkeley and UCLA. Like, I believe for my community college, I'm going to be attending Las Positas College next year. They have an 85% acceptance rate as long as you have above a 3.4 GPA in community college for University of California in Los Angeles. So UCLA's acceptance rate, I believe, is less than 15%, but for transfer students, as you can see, it's really high, especially for California community colleges. My dream school has always been USC, and USC is also what we know as a transfer-friendly college. Their transfer admittance rate is 30%, which is pretty high. There are some colleges which aren't transfer friendly. That does include a lot of privates on the East Coast. But if you just make a list of what colleges you're looking at, I mean, like, most of them are going to be transfer friendly. I know Columbia and a lot of the Ivies are transfer friendly. So many resources. I feel like I don't really need to make a video on how to transfer just because I haven't really done it, and I can't really speak on it that much. But there's thousands of students who do it every year, so it's definitely not something that's like revolutionary or something really cool that I'm going to be telling you guys. I'm sure a lot of you people know about it, but yeah, that is basically what I did. I took the CHSPE, and I know that y'all are gonna have a lot of questions, so feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll put it down below, or sign up for the Discord server. I swear to God, those people are so nice. Just leave your questions in the comments if you guys have any. I might make a Q&A. I don't know if the comment section is gonna be on because I'm like under 18. But if it's not on, then you can just DM me on Instagram and I'd be happy to answer. But yeah, I hope that is everything that I covered. There's a lot that you have to, there's a lot, I know. But yeah, just feel free to talk to me if you guys have any questions. So yeah, I hope you guys know that this path isn't for everyone, but if it is for you, then that's amazing. And good luck if you guys are taking the test. Thank you for watching this really long video. Bye.